Now we're going back to the lasso tool. Right click on that. Now go to polygonal lasso tool. See, this is a pretty interesting one in the fact that you lay down points and you can make your selection that way. Make some jaggies in here. Okay, and it's the same way as the lasso tool. You just close the ends, and it'll close up for you. And you can do it with your move tool. You can move it around, you know. And I think I just made the Samus, the Super Metroid ball thing going on here. Anyway, okay, so hit Command D. Let's deselect it, and we want to undo this. So we'll hit Command, Option, or Alt if you're on Windows, and Z, and do that repeatedly until it's back to where it was, or back to a point that you like. And that's the polygonal lasso tool. Nothing really special about it, but it can be very helpful. Hit Command D to deselect. Go back to your lasso tool, and the last one we have is a magnetic lasso tool, and what it does is if you drag along the outside of our circle here, it pins itself to the outside of the circle. And now we can come back, and close it up, and see now up here it's selected the top part of our circle rather accurately, and we can move it out of the way to see just how accurate it did it. It did a really good job. And that's useful if for situations where you have a subject who's on a really solid background, kind of like our picture here. If you have the subject in the foreground and then the background's solid, and your subject's well defined, and then you get a good separation with that. Which brings us to our next tool, the Quick Selection tool. Quick Selection tool is awesome in the sense that you do very little work and you can make your selection relatively accurately, like I'm doing now. See, I did very little of anything and it selected the whole entire circle for me. We can go move that around. You can see we've got the circle. It's fantastic. And yeah, so that's about it for the quick select. If we go back to the icon where the quick selection tool was, right click it, we can go to the magic wand tool, hit Command D to deselect, and if we hit, magic wand's almost like quick selection, except for with the magic wand, it selects whatever color you select is what color it goes after. It will select all of that color. And that way you can pull it out. So you don't have to drag and draw or anything like that. Like now I'm clicked on white. Now I'm clicked on black. You can tell that it was clicked on white by the outside little ants running around there. If I click on the black, they go away, and I click just on the circle. So it's a pretty fantastic tool. It saves a lot of time when you're trying to erase backgrounds, when you're trying to erase solid objects, things like that. So now for our next tool, which is the crop tool. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll show you anyway. All you have to do with the crop tool, say you have a picture that's too big, like you wanted to lose a couple of inches on the sides here, and you want to kind of even it up with the bottom and top. You just drag your crop tool out to wherever you want it, and you get this display that's telling you where it's going to crop. Anything in dark is going to be cropped, and anything on the inside is pretty much safe, and it gives us the opportunity to center things up too while we're in there. And there you go. Once you have the crop tool up there, all you got to do is double click and it'll automatically crop it for you. Okay, so let's do Command Option Z a couple times, and Command D to get rid of that selection. Okay, our last tool for this lesson is the eyedropper tool. And of course the eyedropper tool, pretty self-explanatory. Okay, let's say we've got a red color we're using. With the eyedropper tool, if we select black, our main color will go back to black. And then you could use it as normal with paintbrushes, your fill tool, gradients, all that other good stuff. The color sampler tool, say you put a little red in here. Okay, and you go back to your color sampling tool. It shows you what the color value is. Alright, so we get rid of all this. Put a little red in there. Go to our sampler tool. And now we see what value we have. If you look down there over here where it says info, you've got your RGB and you got your R color. Red is a value of 255, which is pure red. Now we do the selection again. We go to black, and over here it's number 2 RGB, and it's all zeroed out, which is true black. And then if we do it again on white, we get number 3, and all the values are cranked all the way up, which is all the light, or all the colors together, R, G, and B, all mixed together at a value of 255. So that's a pretty interesting tool. So those are the only tools I wanted to show you for now. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you learned something, and I hope you come back for the next tutorial, which will be finishing out the tools and everything like that, showing what they do and how they work. And one thing I want to say is, I have my own interesting kind of style and everything like that, as well as everybody else does. And I'd like you to use your own style when you're doing this stuff. I encourage you to play around with Photoshop and develop your own techniques for doing things, and using the tools that I give you instead of trying to emulate my style. That way, everything you do is yours and it's unique to you. So with that said, thanks for joining me, and I will see you